Hello and welcome to the Ramble Road podcast. Today I am joined by, as usual, by Jacob
Hi.
and Big Softy, aka Finley.
Yay, I have a new nickname. Fog. Thank you. Oh wait, I can't say that.
Oh, I couldn't. My days.
Insert beat there.
Insert
Oh,
bleep there. Well
Do you
done.
know, I really thought, right, I could just get this all sorted
No.
today. No,
Mm.
well done. Might as well just say all of our addresses,
Yeah, let's not.
I live in
Yeah, let's
fine.
move on. Moving on. Moving swiftly on. Come on. What's
What are we starting with?
we're starting with
We've got
notes.
nothing. We've got nothing this week. Nothing's happened.
There's apparently some
So-
3 a.m. thoughts from Jacob, although I can't actually see any in the thing.
It's because I got them saved on my phone.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, I want to quickly talk about just because of how stupid it is.
Go on then.
Have you heard about the whole Gorilla Glue situation?
Oh, that thing.
I haven't. Please elaborate.
Oh, it's one of the most entertaining sagas I think I've ever seen in my life. So, this person, do you know how you can get like the hairspray that like sticks your hair down?
Yeah.
Did they put Gorilla Glue in the hair?
Yes, they did.
Thinking it was hairspray.
No, I don't think they even thought it was hairspray. They just thought, oh, this will do. It's literally one of the strongest glues out there.
So his hair became a solid block?
Yes, it
Wrong
did.
gender, but yes.
Yeah, her hair literally was just stuck to her head for about a month, and then she had to get out. Like, they paid for her to have it. It would have cost like a lot of money. I think they were saying 12 grand, but I don't know how true it was because they had to get some specialists.
It's America. America
Yeah, you
charges
said
lots
they
of
would
money
come
for
and do it.
everything.
But basically, yeah, they managed to get out. But now more people are doing it,
Why?
and apparently,
Fucking why?
people are gonna try and sue Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue, like, it's what? Because they said, oh, Gorilla Glue hasn't stated that it shouldn't go in your hair. But it's pretty
you know the
obvious.
dumb
They've had to
thing?
make a statement saying, don't put it in your hair.
Yeah, the dumb thing is that, like, if that's genuinely a thing, they'd probably win because health and safety is retarded. Because a wet floor sign, bright yellow, big warning sign, is a health and safety hazard. Honestly, some people just need to learn how to, like, use their eyes and their brain and think, super glue. Maybe I shouldn't use this for my head.
Yeah.
Oh, got a wound? That's a gashing open. I'll just stick it back together with some super glue.
No, they need to use Flex Seal next.
Oh God.
Literally
Not
just pick up
sponsored.
a brick.
Just stick a brick on the top of their head.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting
At
thing
least,
to
if you've
do.
got a brick on your head, you'll be safe from another brick falling onto your head.
No, you'd still get the impact of that brick. You'd just end up with it not, and it would probably still do damage to you. It just wouldn't instantly cave through your skull.
Protection.
You would probably rip your scalp apart.
That would
Yeah,
be a
you
bit
can't
painful.
put it back together because your hair is a rectangle.
Yeah, it's alright, you got some Flex Seal. Just spray that on.
Oh God,
Put it on.
Jontron, what did you do to us?
There are two just class videos. Like, I
Yeah.
don't care it took a year to get part 2. Or just to get any Jontron video.
Well, they got we got Phil Swift in the video. It was just
Yeah. I just watched it
beautiful.
and was like, oh, that's good. When was the last time he uploaded?
Oh, I can't remember.
Probably ages ago.
Yeah, is he taking another break?
6 months ago.
Damn. That's
But no, because he went on a good spree, because he got, there was a lot of 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Because he did a lot in a row. Because you got like he came back, and then he did like the Doctor Who one where he like it's like the back thing
Yeah.
help you back out. Oh God, wait. Oh, this makes me feel old. Black Tape 2 was 2 years ago.
Jesus.
Black Tape 1 was 3 years ago. Oh my.
We were actually in school then.
Flex Tape 1, right? Guess how many views it's got?
It's got to be in the millions.
Yeah, but guess how many millions?
20?
2.4.
Joe's saying 20. What are you saying, Finley?
2.4.
62.
Jesus.
I was closer.
I mean, there's one on Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull,
The Crystal
Skull Vodka. That's got 15 million views. Doctor Who, 10 million views. Even Buying Dumb Things Online, 13 million views.
Any
Jesus.
of the Gwyneth Paltrow ones get any good views?
The
Gwyneth
first one,
Paltrow's Goop.
12 million views. Real Ghost got 9.1 million views. What else has it done? Surviving Edge Weapons got 9.5. The second Goop one got 9.5. Kids Nation 9.3. And then like his last one got 6.3 million. That's just mental numbers.
Yeah, the man's popular.
Please come on.
Please come on, give us a much needed popularity boost. We need help.
Give it to us, please. We have one listener.
Gimme. Sorry.
Joe, remember what happened last time you sang?
No, I don't
Like,
remember.
put it in the intro. That's what I did.
Oh.
I had to cut everyone's intro short just so I could put the full song in there for you.
You put the full fucking Jesus. I've got to sing something better than just so that goes in the intro rather than that piece of shit.
Well, the thing was I was never meant to. I don't do the intros anymore, but now I'm gonna edit. I want to actually edit now because of Finley.
Well done, Finley, saying insert last name, here's last name.
I'll just keep going. I'll say yours in a minute. Don't
Oh, that's fine. I don't have to edit that out. That's fine.
This is a threat.
Why you do this, Finley? Why?
Joe, you know how when Finley gives a threat, that means you've got to have a drink?
Yes, listeners, I am drinking again.
Joe's an alcoholic. That's what we've established.
No, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a responsible drinker. I'm just a drinker that's responsible.
I wouldn't say you're responsible, though.
I am fucking responsible.
Mood.
In comparison to you and in comparison to Finley, I am a responsible drinker.
No, because
I'm the most responsible.
In comparison to like older me, current me, like no, you're not. Because
older you? Are you planning on getting back into it, Finley? Yes, fucking do it, lad.
No, God. No.
I'm probably the most responsible one here.
I mean, you drank like once, and it was funny because you necked the entire bottle immediately.
Yeah, because I didn't enjoy the taste, so I thought I'll just get it over and done with.
Yes. Let's drink alcohol quickly, because that's what makes it hit harder.
Faster, doesn't it?
Makes it hit harder. It means that it will get out of your system sooner, but it also makes it hit harder in the first place.
But that was fun because then I had a second drink.
You know what you need to do? You need to like take the Polish approach, which is drink while you eat, and just don't stop either of them. And you can just
drink after you eat.
No, they drink while they're eating because it soaks it up, so you don't.
But if you, well, to be fair, you can do both. You can eat before you drink a bit, and then eat whilst you're drinking, and then once you finish drinking, you eat more.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, because then you can go like. You can go drinking for a bit, get some food, and then go drinking afterwards.
Yes, I normally but make sure you eat before you drink as well, because if you drink on an empty stomach, it will get to your system. It will get to you faster.
Joey's an alcohol expert. That's what we've established.
No, I just
Joe knows everything about having a good drink.
Joe's
not
the
really.
alcohol expert of the group.
Of the group.
Of the group, and Jacob is the
best.
Reconomics?
I guess economics, yeah.
No, reconomics, not economics.
What's reconomics?
It's basically, well, it's economics, but you reckon, because that's what economics is. You reckon that something's going to happen, so you do something to make money off what you reckon is going to happen.
I reckon Dogecoin is going to go up in value.
Jacob, can you get like an actual doctorate in economics so that you can say like a company will crash to crash the company?
I might have to. You know, I am an economics expert.
It's like with fucking Oprah. You heard about the story where Oprah basically said, "Oh, we need to get rid of beef in our industry," and like instantly, like the beef industry took a massive hit.
I mean, maybe if this, like, I was discussing this with Finley. I think if this podcast got so influential, we could put it on the stock market. I'm just saying, we'll sell the Ramble Road stocks. People can invest in the podcast, and in return, they just get an approval. I suppose that's just Patreon, isn't it?
Yeah, let's just set up a Patreon to get Jacob a better microphone.
Or an OnlyFans. An OnlyFans will do. Problem is we're too lazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'd have to do like a little bit of. We'd have to record our preamble and package it as a separate thing.
Yeah.
And that would be what's on the Patreon or OnlyFans.
The problem is most people, if they want to start Patreon, they've got to actually have some supporters. We have one.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Texas man.
Thank you, Texas man.
So Texas man, if you would like to invoice us about $1,000, that would be.
Send us some cash, man. We need it. We're students. We're skint. We're skint. We're stony broke. We have fuck all money.
We are interested in many things. We would like funds to purchase a better microphone for Jacob, more alcohol for Joe,
and a Lewis gun for you.
No, I want a cruise ship.
I don't think you're going to get that for that grand that you suggested.
Just invoice me personally about 150 million.
Well, I come up with an idea.
I thought you hated cruise ships, Finley.
Actually, yeah, I hate cruise ships. I want an ocean liner.
Well,
I've come up in mind. The words are important.
I've come up with a genius idea to make us supporters our money. Basically, we somehow rig a system in which we can do live podcasts for our entirety of our shift at work, blasting it out to the entire shop. Therefore, gaining us listeners.
People would hear me complaining. I get fucking damn it.
And then also I'd have to come into your work.
Yeah.
Which, bearing in mind that I will be in London in a week. Well, crap. That's another thing you need to bleep out. I'll be at insert my
saying that you live in London.
I don't live there. I don't live there. I go to uni there.
But because I was speaking to another colleague and we wanted to set up our own radio show just at work. Just have us control it all.
Yeah, I agree. We should set up a radio show because then I can blast like my box, like what I'm listening to now, Reapers by Muse.
Finley is.
We just vibe into metal music.
Finley is currently doing an essay. Is it?
I have to write a heritage trail. Yes.
What is one of them?
Exactly. I did actually put it in the chat, so if you want to actually open it up and look at it.
Oh, is it that message.txt thing?
It's called Yo.
Wait, what chat is it in?
Oh no, it's in notes. I think. It's message.
Yes, about 5 miles of text. Oh fuck! I can't scroll with this damn thing.
No, Yo.
No, it is. No, it is. No, it is message. It is message.
Yeah, it's message.txt. And you can see my incredible writing skills.
I love the fact that you spelt navel as in belly button.
Have I?
Look at your last message.
Okay, how do you actually spell it? Because spell it like that.
2 A's.
What?
It's Naval. not
Okay.
Navel.
I just need to quickly change that.
Oh god, navel like that is your belly button, mate.
This
Okay,
is like
so
this
good
is
news.
live spell check.
Good news. I've apparently only spelt it wrong once.
Okay,
I'm
that's good.
shocked. I guess I just didn't use the word more than once.
Oh,
Yeah,
well
I
done.
kept using maritime because I can actually spell maritime. I'm not a historian of belly buttons. I'm a
I
historian of
mean, you
boasts.
could be. It'd be very easy to set up like a
fuck's
belly button
sake.
museum.
Yeah, hello, welcome to the
And
belly button
as you
museum.
can see here, we have the world's famous outward belly button.
Yeah, who the fuck has those?
Right, just an early 3 a.m. thought, right? Because
Oh,
it's to do
we're
with
moving
belly
on.
buttons. No, this is just a side note. But if Adam and Eve were made by God and therefore did not come out of a womb, why do they have belly buttons?
Because it's an artistic depiction. We don't
And
actually know
They
what they
wouldn't.
look like.
If in reality they wouldn't really have belly buttons, would they?
No,
Yeah,
but it's an
but
artistic
artists are
depiction. The artists just go, yeah, that's what a human looks like. We're going to draw that with that.
Well, I'm calling out Michelangelo for his non-realism
If you can paint
because
better,
I think I could paint better.
well, if someone gives you a ceiling and a bunch of funding and they're happy with your result, I will be impressed.
And I will draw them a realistic stickman.
Realistic stickman.
What do you think of this whole what is it? Kim Kardashian's daughter doing this like drawing, and everyone's going, "Nah, she didn't really."
I honestly, if you know any of the Kardashians' names, but don't know who your Gagarin is, just shoot yourself.
Is he the guy who went to space?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
He's one of the most important people in
I know about
human
it.
history.
You've got to at least know who Kim is.
Honestly,
That's
I
it,
did.
mate, 'cause she's
I'd
married to
forgotten
Kanye.
that it had happened. Aren't they divorced now or something? Or there was some.
Yeah, they're divorced. It was like a fucking, like, what, 7.2 million divorce.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's, to be fair, that's not as bad as when Kobe went through his divorce. He had to pay his wife $70 million.
Who's it?
I can't
Kobe.
care
You know.
less. I don't care if you have money. I don't care. Do something to impress me. If you're going to impress me,
He was a.
turn up in something actually cool and not be like, oh yes, I bought a Lamborghini, because that's not cool. That just means
Yeah, but they are though.
they're not.
Lamborghinis
They're
are cool.
boring. Right, if you turn
Um,
up in like a Countach,
No.
yes, you're cool because you've
Boring.
yeah.
But if you turn up in an Aventador, wow, you own a car.
Yeah, it's better than a Porsche. Porsche is the most boring car out there.
Porsche are boring. I agree with you there entirely.
They're German.
There's one cool Porsche, and it's the old Le Mans car because for some reason it's got fins.
The 911 never changes. You
The
literally
911 hasn't changed. The only difference, right, with the 911
Headlights.
is that they've kind of stretched it, and the headlights are slightly more oval now. That's
you
it.
can go, oh, I've got a 911, and you just wouldn't be able to place what year it came out.
The only one that you can actually tell apart is the, I think, 1990, like, developed by Stinger or whatever it's fucking called, because it's got really weird exhausts that, like, curve around. They, like, come out the back and go sideways, I think.
Interesting.
Because we're talking about cars, I can talk about the Finley car.
What is the Finley car?
It was so close. It was a VW Charan. It just reminded me of when we used to just call you Sharon.
You know the best part about that? I still don't know where it came from.
Yeah, where the fuck
I
did
found
that
a
come
video
from?
of the
You start
PowerPoint
calling me Sharon.
where we put on the PowerPoint by Jacob Elliott and Sharon.
I think after you did that, didn't we like make it a habit that every history presentation had like us and Sharon?
I think it originated because I called you like my assistant Sharon because it was to do with like how dumb magicians are and how they have their assistant Sharon.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was something to do with a secretary.
I know, because it's Sharon's like the magicians. It was either magicians or secretaries. Just Sharon, so just sort of stuck.
Mood.
Hmm.
But yeah, the Sharon. They should have. If they called it the Sharon instead of the Sharan, it would have been so much better.
Sharan. Yeah.
I now need to do some mad history banter and crack out another 200 words somehow. And then the dumbest thing in history, pun intended, bibliographies. Do you agree with me here? Bibliography.
Oh,
Bibliographies
they are the worst.
are dumb.
Hate them.
Because they're just footnoting, but in a different order.
You did when we had to do a history one. We had to do a bibliography and the references.
Bro, that's every single piece of history work that you have to, like, I do. Everyone has to have footnoting and the bibliography. And I don't see why you need the bibliography when you have the footnote.
Isn't it just in alphabetical order?
That's literally it. It's just in alphabetical order.
Mhm.
And it's like, where normally, like, in footnoting, like this one, for example, it's Hibbert Lee, first name Hibbert, last name Lee, the name of the thing, which is Weak Hatch Covers Caused Derbyshire to Sink in 1980, the year it was produced, 2000, where it was published, London, and page number, if it's a, like, book.
Hmm.
For that to be in a bibliography, it will be Lee Hibbert, Weak Hatch Covers Caused Derbyshire to Sink, 1980, London. So it's literally just make it more awkward because it doesn't tell you where in the text you're referencing it. Don't tell them what year it was made and put the author's name backwards.
Yep.
It's very dumb and I don't like it.
So as we
I don't
continue
like
with the,
Google doesn't understand how the word folksole is spelled.
so if we guys can continue with the Road Ramble podcast.
The Road Ramble podcast. The Road _ Ramble podcast. Go follow us at Twitter at Road _ Ramble.
Pog,
Please.
we got
Please, we
We're
need
having
followers.
tweeted
We
in
need
ages, we've got
attention.
nothing to tweet.
Do you want something to tweet? I'll give you something to tweet. It's actual
Oh, God.
when
Oh,
I can
God.
find it, I need to remember what it's called.
In the meantime, Jacob, you want to get on to 3 a.m. thoughts?
I found it. Put it in notes for pod discussion.
What is it?
Well,
It's the steeple of the church in the home city of my work.
That is the worst thing to tweet
it's a
out.
weather vane.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's a slave ship to acknowledge the city's slave trade industry.
Well, at least that annoying whirling gif has stopped.
The annoying whirling gif. What?
Don't put it in again. Finley.
This one.
Finley. God damn it.
Many of them, by the way. I've got this one.
Yeah, Finley, we need to be able to read the notes, so can you not spam us with a load more?
Oh yeah, I'll put them in pod discussions.
What would you say our best episode was?
Jesus, that's
I don't know. I just like ranting about stuff.
yeah, which is what Finley wants to do if Jacob will let him.
No, I'm doing it no matter what is happening. It's my job on the podcast to rant, so I'm going to do it.
I'll drink to that.
Besides,
that's an awkward pause.
we got nothing else to talk about, so you know. Hell, if you want, I could go into more detail about the dumbness of academic history.
I don't think that's necessary for me.
Exactly.
Potentially.
So you're going to let me have a rant at some point, otherwise I'm going to bore you to death.
Okay, potentially. Jacob, 3 a.m. thoughts.
Go.
We need you on this. Go. Ready, go. Jacob? Jacob, you're not trying to make me drink again, are you?
I think he may have died.
We've lost Jacob, everyone. Rest in peace, Jacob. 2002 to 2002. Yeah. 2021. Yeah,
I'd crack out my gun to give him the salute. But one, I can't reach it, and two, I don't want to launch a BB into my roof.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Also, for TOS reasons, it's a BB gun. Don't kill me.
What? What's going on?
Oh, he's back.
I was just about to ask if you were alive. You just completely went silent for a minute or two.
Your Discord died.
We were discussing your death and what we would do. Finley was going to give you a gun salute, but he didn't want to lodge BB pellets into his ceiling.
Wait, why are we discussing my death?
Because you just fucking died.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, I had to. Discord just doesn't want to exist anymore.
Because it's on your phone. You need to use it on a laptop or something.
Yes, but my laptop doesn't work.
Get it on.
Get a new laptop then. Surely you need one for uni work.
Yeah, it works for uni work.
Doesn't it work for Discord?
No.
Well,
It works fine on my phone sometimes.
No,
sometimes.
It's never fine on your phone. Because if I stream or we have our cameras on, you can't use it because it dies.
He dies. He dead.
Yeah, it's because like there's so many people on my internet.
Just have internet, forehead.
Your internet's
Don't
probably
call me
best than mine, and
forehead.
yeah, I'm able to do this.
Joe, you have
Awkward
got
pause.
regular-
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's a drink. I'm gonna move us on to 3 a.m. thoughts.
That's what we were trying to do.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
told
but
you move on to 3 a.m. thoughts, and you were just dead silent.
I'm doing a segue by
Fucking
calling it a
segue.
Nice
segue.
segue, Jacob.
I
Thank
did,
you.
I
Thank
did
you,
a
thank you.
segue thing in a forest once. It was quite fun.
Of course you have. It's just
It was a birthday present from my parents. On my
Joe, you
birthday.
can go
I didn't know anything about
segueing
it.
in a
It just
forest.
happened.
Did you go with anyone or just your parents? Just segueing by yourself?
No, my dad went round as well. It was like
Where was my invite?
You're not
it was
important.
booked for 2. It was
Right, booked for 2. So me.
yeah, and my
you.
dad. My dad
No,
fell off the segue,
it's
which was quite funny.
Jacob and Joe's dad.
Yes,
We
for
now
my
have the same
birthday, we're
dad.
going to get Jacob and my dad. Okay,
That
yeah.
would have been sick.
Excited to watch someone
Joe,
do a
Joe,
driving
yeah.
experience.
It was quite funny though, because my dad got stuck on a tree root, which meant that he started going backwards and forwards. So the Segway started accelerating forwards and backwards, and just
So
like
Joe,
launched him off it.
Next time your dad buys you tickets for him and you to go Segway, I think me and your dad should start.
I'll consider it.
Speaking of Segways,
Yeah,
Nice
Segway.
okay,
Segway
so,
into the 3 a.m. thoughts. Going to take a
okay,
left
so
turn here.
this one's a bit of a long one, but people who jog on the roads in the dark, wearing dark clothing and no lights or reflectors, right? They're a unique combination of person who cares about their health and well-being, but also doesn't care about their health and well-being.
Yeah.
Because they're getting exercise, but then they're also like just being incredibly stupid.
Yeah. Most
You know
people,
what,
if they
I can
care
be-
enough to go out for a run at that time, they will have that kind of gear.
It's like I was in the car with my dad when it was snowing the other week because we were going to work, and the amount of people running in the ice and on the snow, we were just there like, what are people doing?
Yeah.
Maybe
mean,
have the
it's-
postman like vibe of, oh, it's -70. It's torrential.
Better put the
rain.
shorts on.
Let's put the shorts on.
Yeah.
I don't think postmen can actually get access to trousers.
It's illegal.
Has your dad actually ever worn trousers? Now I think about it.
No.
He goes
Well, not when he's working. No.
short.
His work uniform is short.
He's got a pair of fitted like suit shorts.
It's funny because like in the winter around Christmas, they have his Christmas hat on, like his jacket and the coat and everything, and they're just
And then
shorts.
shorts. Yeah.
It's like they don't have anything warm like waist down.
They don't feel below the waist.
First cam down.
Oh, very good. This one is about the Cars universe. Are crash test laboratories used for capital punishment?
Yes. Definitely.
They just launched the cars.
That's given me a lot to think about. I might be slightly scarred after this.
Joe, do you need a minute?
Yeah, I need a minute and several sips.
We've got to take a minute of silence for the cars that have died.
A minute of silence for Finn McMissile. Oh wait, no, he didn't die.
No, it's the one. It's the other one. He gets
one.
squished
It's the
into a
red one.
cube.
Yeah.
I still find it baffling how Finn McMissile is played by Michael Caine.
But I actually got scarred by that film because I saw the death. I'm like, holy shit, this guy.
No, and then there's that one where they blow the other guy up. They put him onto like the
fuel to blow him off.
Wait, which
Yeah.
film is this?
Cars 2.
I haven't seen Cars 2.
It's sort of
brutal.
scary.
Jesus.
There's also a scene where Finn McMissile basically turns a boat's magnet into a nuke.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he like places loads of bombs at it, and the boat like looks at it, it's like, oh, and then just
Yeah, so he's literally endangered the boat, which is a living thing.
yeah, he's just murdered it.
Right. What I also don't get right is cars, they drink petrol, right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
as like their fuel and as like a drink, right?
yeah,
But they also eat.
yeah.
But they drink through their mouths all their petrol the filler bit. But they also have human food because Mato mistakes wasabi for ice cream.
Yeah.
What a strange universe.
Bro, it's
They
a
also drink
universe
water.
So do you
where-
reckon with the boats their capital punishment is nuclear testing?
Yeah,
Ocean-
definitely. Bro,
What do they do to the planes?
congratulations.
Poor
Just
Prince
fly them
Eugen.
into a cliff.
The war. You're retiring now. Oh, you've got one more mission. Just stand there.
But there's
Yeah,
also
that-
like
They did that with the Prince Eugen. They fucking nuked it.
Yeah, the oh god, it's so dumb. They have the Great American Aircraft Carrier Wasp and the German cruiser Prince Eugen.
And they're like, we're gonna
Also,
test
How
what
they describe it. It's so dumb.
we're gonna test what a nuclear bomb does to a boat. Turns
Boat
out,
sink.
rips the top of it off, flips it over, and sinks it.
No,
What a
Oh, you heard
surprise!
one of the aircraft
you-
carriers was like, "This is fine," and just stayed there. They had to sink it with a like torpedo strike, I think.
can I speak?
Maybe.
No.
Have you heard when like this person's like grandma was like, oh, I want like my body to be used for like medical purposes, and then instead of that, the government just got hold of her and blew her up.
Yeah.
Have you heard about our recent news? Some guy, his uncle was donated as one of those, you know, those skeletons they have in schools, in like the science labs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the school said, "Oh, we don't want it anymore." So what the fuck? What does he do? Right? His dad was a fan of playing guitar. He's a fan of playing guitar.
And his dad into
His uncle, he turns his uncle into a guitar.
Yo, that's a mood.
Like his
That's
rib
mental.
cage is literally like the body of the guitar now.
That is
That
mental.
must be really uncomfortable to play.
Yes.
But it's
Like, that would
also the
not
most
sit
metal
well.
thing I've ever heard of.
Hang on, I'll see if I can find a picture.
How
Also,
do
I
you
just-
want
I
to
just
go,
want-
my boy? I want to become a guitar.
I just also wanted to bring up this point about cars. They have birds that look like cars. It
They
doesn't
also
make
have
sense.
buses and taxis.
It's so dumb. The Pope drives in a car
Yeah.
in the movie Cars. The Pope car isn't a car.
Right.
Bruh,
This
how
is going
about
into
the
pod
Pope car
discussion.
is in the Pope car.
Right. Do with that what you will.
That just looks painful.
Yeah.
That's a ride, though. I can't deny it. That is a mood.
Are you guys ready to move on to what we're watching? Because last week it ended up being like half an hour, I think. I'm very tired.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
you had a lot that you were watching. We've not really watched a lot. Well, we've watched a lot of one thing, but we're still not finished with it.
Yeah, we're still not. We're just about halfway through section.
Just about halfway.
Oh,
And then once we're finished with that, we've got to go on to something even longer, Joe.
Fuck.
do you remember like last week when we were like, oh, we should like have somewhere where we've got all of our rankings like written down and all this, and then Joe was like, oh, that's a good one for you to do, Jacob, when I told you to fuck off.
Yeah. Have you done it?
I might have done it and gone overboard.
Yes.
So I set up an IMDb account, right? So I can go like review the stuff we talked about. So I reviewed the stuff that we talked about. So I went through all the episodes and like sorted them all out. I just wish, and then I just started remembering movies I watched. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start like reviewing everything I've seen. I've currently done 172 reviews
Jesus.
in the past day.
Fucking Christ, driving a Panzer Fortemass on a Sunday.
I was like, oh, I'll review this, and I was like, yeah, I've done all these. So I've reviewed quite a lot. I can just go over what I've put in my top, which I've given 10%, like 10 out of 10.
Okay.
If I just get it, there we go.
I need to buy a podcast keyboard. I've just realised it's picking me up typing.
It's been picking you up typing ever since you started.
I've got three things.
I could hear you typing when your parents were complaining. You're tapping your foot on the floor. No, it's not. That's my fucking keyboard.
I've given 3 things 10 out of 10.
One's an Adam Sandler film.
No, surprisingly not. I've given Johnny English Strikes Again a 10 out of 10.
I mean, that makes sense. You do adore that.
Because, right, the way I've done it is I've put 1 TV show is 10 out of 10, 1 movie is 10 out of 10, and one of the specific things I'll tell you about a 10 out of 10, because that's what I consider the peak to be. So nothing else can be 10 out of 10, because that's what the peak is. So Johnny English, I'll put Doctor Who for the TV show, I give that a 10 out of 10 because it does it.
Even with the latest seasons and mass review drops.
Ignore that.
Yeah, just ignore the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Well, last 2, I don't know.
No, oh yeah, shit, they haven't done the latest season yet. Sorry, I thought they'd started on season 13.
Look, here's how you just sort it all out. I said what you do is you just get rid of Chris Chibnall. You say Jodie never happened. What you do is you return back to Capaldi's Regeneration, and then you just give Jodie another new 3 seasons
with an
actual person who knows what they're doing.
Rather than the guy that literally said, "Oh, this is the dumbest idea I've ever heard," and then did that idea.
Let's do it, yes. And then I've given the Top Gear Africa special a 10 out of 10.
Solid choice.
Which is quite close to what IMDb have given it at a 9.2. I was like, yeah.
IMDb has good taste. In that regard.
Well, that's what other people have rated it.
Is that Africa special the one with Oliver or the one with the Subaru?
The Subaru.
Which one with
Oliver?
That's not Swan special.
They crossed so flat.
So yeah.
Everyone else is like fucking struggling, and Oliver's just fine and did no modifications.
Yeah.
So we can. I've got 3 things to talk about. Do you guys want to talk about your stuff first, or because one of mine is very ranty? Because
we can battles because like it's the same thing. Because I've only watched it, and Joe's probably only watched it as well. I think because we've been binging it.
Yeah.
So last week me and Joe watched One Punch. This week we've decided, oh, you know what? Let's watch My Hero Academia. We're on episode 45.
Yeah. Out of 82 or something like that?
80. Yeah, I think 82. Something like that. Let me check. Actually check. Because I can just bring it up on Google.
Yeah. My Hero Academia is a long anime. At least it's not long like Dragon Ball, where it's like fucking 20 episodes to power up once.
Yeah, or One Piece, which is fucking 40 billion episodes long.
Mm. The show that never ends.
Yeah.
Except that it got an ending.
Isn't it like episode like 802 now?
Something like that.
There's only 965 episodes. Come on.
I actually don't know. Okay.
And they're all classed as season 1 on IMDb.
88
it's
episodes.
Just one season.
OVAs. There you go, Joe. So we're
how many what?
Like 88 episodes plus 2 OVAs.
Yeah, do you know how you said One Piece is finished? No.
It doesn't.
The last episode only came out the other day.
The manga might be finished, I think.
There's still episodes coming out.
Yeah, Jacob, the manga is finished, I think.
Uh,
Do you want to know how many episodes there are exactly?
How many?
962. Yeah, and
Why?
people wonder, like, oh, why don't you get into this? Oh, because there's 962.
How many's in Naruto? Because I know that's come to an end, but that's supposed to be a long one as well.
yeah, but Finley, if you do 40 a day,
40 a day. How long will it take?
24.
Naruto 220.
24 days.
Yes, but each episode's like 20.
Yeah,
It's
I
doable, but
refuse
I
to
want
do-
to sleep. And I want to do uni work. Well, I don't want to do uni work, but I need to do uni work.
Yeah, I only like doing you when I get to rant about boats, which is why I always do maritime history.
So, are you going to give it a general opinion now, or wait till you finish?
Do you want to give the general opinion up till now, Joe?
Up until
I have
now,
seen all of it.
yeah, up until now, I'd say it's doing very well. There have been a couple of well, I wouldn't say there's really been any fillery episodes. Every episode, well, aside from one, which we skipped after getting about halfway through it,
Yeah,
so we said, "Oh yeah, this is just a filler episode." But basically, everything else has been related to the story. It's been driving it forwards. It's got a great overarching story. It's got amazing fights. Literally, for like the first season and a half, the main character, his whole thing, well, he gets this ability that means that he can punch really hard, but at first he can't control it, and whenever he punches or does anything with it, he just breaks his body. So until like halfway through season 2, he can't do anything. He
well,
literally
he can't do anything properly. He can still
Hmm.
do stuff, but he can't move after he's done it.
Yeah. But it's a good story. It seems very good so far. So at least 8 Adam Sandler's, maybe 9.
Ooh. I won't put it on the list yet.
I'm gonna take another stab. Story is like there. The thing that makes it good is the hype that you get from it, because again, the fights are really well done. And also the music in it is probably up there. Like, it's not like the same level as Cowboy Bebop's music, which is genuinely just good music
Perfect.
that I like actually listen to and I want as an album. But it just gets you going. It fits the story and like the theme, and then whenever there's a fight, you get the track and you're like, yes, go. It is
Really?
like big vibes.
TV show I've been watching is Death in Paradise, because I just enjoy watching the murder and then guessing who it is based on zero evidence, and then hoping I get it right. I've watched 5 episodes and I got it right twice. So I'm not doing too badly.
40% hit rate. Considering that you're doing it on completely no evidence whatsoever, that's not too bad.
I was like, that one. I was like, yeah. So I don't think I did. I think I did well. But yeah, it's a good show. I remember I watched it as a kid, so I mean, I remember some bits, but I don't remember it all.
Yeah.
Mood. I've just had a dum-dum moment because I'm struggling for words. I'm like, I need more, and then remembered, sitting next to me is the Holy Bible of the history of this city. Right? It's what, like
The city that you're not in at the moment.
Yeah, 512 pages solid history. Like a quarter of it is like maritime history. I'm like, I need more words. I've just not looked at it. I've used it once.
Well done. Well done.
Yes, I am what they call the big Dom.
Yeah.
Time to go to the holy page of 257 for funny boat history.
Well,
so I on Saturday night got in from work, and I went, right, there's just one movie I want to watch, and it was a movie called Willy's Wonderland, right? You may have heard of it. It's got Nick Cage in it, right?
oh god.
So it's a new
That's
film.
going to be interesting.
Right. There's only one reason why Nick Cage agreed to do this movie. Can you guess how many lines of dialogue he has in this film?
1.
0. He says nothing throughout the entire film. He didn't say one word.
He just pulls faces.
Yes. Basically, the whole
Sounds-
premise is he drives into town and there's like police spikes on the road and it pierces like his tires, so he has to get them fixed. But he can't pay because he's got no cash. So they say to him, right, you've got to clean up this Chuck E. Cheese type restaurant. And basically, if you do it, we'll give you your car back. Basically fixed. Right? So obviously then the Chuck E. Cheese-esque animatronics come to life and start attacking him, basically. So it's FNAF.
Five Nights at Freddy's film.
Five Nights at Freddy's. So, first of all, this movie's stupid because he gets attacked by the animatronic, right? He kills it. What does he do? Goes back to working. He's like, I'm just going to continue cleaning.
We're just desperate to get out of there.
He gets attacked by another one, right? And the action is filmed atrociously. Like, it's these weird point of view angles.
Oh, God.
So you just see Nicolas Cage swinging at you, and it's just like you're trying to get into the action, and then you get this weird camera that's like either point of view or like under his chin, sort of looking place. It's so strange how they shot the film.
So it's either GoPro or POV.
Yeah, and after he kills it, he goes back to cleaning. So he spends his whole time cleaning. And basically, he's got this thing on his watch where it basically beeps, so he'd go on his break and he'll play like the pinball machine. So you get like pinball machine scenes like every 5 minutes. Also, what happens at the same time is these group of teenagers go to Willy's Wonderland. It's different name in different countries, I think. And basically, this one girl goes in to save Nicolas Cage because they're going to set the place on fire. Because like, oh, we want to get rid of this place. And she goes in to try and like save Nicolas Cage. And basically the rest of the people end up falling into the building, right? And
how fucking incompetent are these people? Jesus.
Yes, and basically one of the animatronics, right? They all know the animatronics are evil, right? So one of the animatronics stabs her friend, right, in the back. And he's literally bleeding out on the floor, right? What does she do? She just goes, I'm sorry, and walks off. This main character girl, right? She is so bad at acting, she doesn't cry when any of her friends die. Bearing in mind, all of her friends die. So this is like 5 people die, and she's literally completely emotionless throughout the entire film.
Just says, I'm sorry once.
Yes, it's ridiculous. So then, basically, there's this one couple, like, that have sex in his room, basically, right?
Okay.
And one of the animatronics that they know is a danger is staring at them, and they go, no, let's continue, until it starts walking over and eats them alive. This movie annoys me so much. There's one character who dies twice. Like, you get this bit where he's like in a room, and there's one of the animatronics coming for him, so he sort of like scurries back towards the wall, and then the animatronic comes from the ceiling and gets him. Right. So you see that happen, you go, oh, this character is clearly dead. Now, I don't know if these are just a mistake, but then stuff happens, and it cuts back again to that room, and he's still alive, and he walks back towards the wall and gets attacked again. But he's got no visible injuries from where he got attacked before. I think, what is going on?
Sounds like an editing mistake.
But there's no way you would leave that in a film. Like, you would notice that.
You'd be surprised.
No, because I understand small details like a coffee cup in Game of Thrones or something, but this
Oh,
is an
that shit.
entire scene. Like, this movie. There's a bit, right, where the girl gets arrested and taken out,
Okay.
and the police guy gets killed by another of the animatronics that's like escaped with them. And it's a scene where she beats the animatronic up and she's like walking off. So this dead police officer, right? You're meant to believe he's dead, but that's very unbelievable when you can see. Do you know where it's like really cold
Yeah.
and you're outside? You can literally see the breath coming from his mouth. And they're like, "Oh, he's dead." You actually can see him breathing. This
Yeah, sounds like they
film
fucked up.
annoyed me. And then basically, this one policewoman goes into the building, and she gets killed by Willy, who's basically a animatronic weasel. So he's literally just got paws, right?
Yeah.
With like claws on them, but not even sharp claws. In one swing, he slices her in half.
The fuck?
This movie was so. And also, what I don't get is the night animatronic killed someone by stabbing him with a sword. It doesn't make sense that that sword that was used at this restaurant was
Would be
made out
sharp.
of actual metal. It would be foam. This movie makes no sense. Oh, and there's this really stupid part where the girl has just seen the boy that is interested in her have his neck snapped, right?
Yeah.
She shows no emotion. She's about to fight the animatronic, and you're like, oh, she's got no chance. Nicolas Cage walks in to go help her, right? But his
Yeah.
alarm goes off on his watch. So he leaves her.
To take a
He
break.
gives her a knife so he can go on his break. And then after his break's finished, he comes back to save her as she's literally getting murdered.
What the fuck?
Oh, this film was shit. It had me literally just at the end of this film, what the fuck have I watched? Like, basically it turns out the reason why, right, basically the origin of the animatronics is the people that used to actually be in the suits and work there were actually all serial killers and they would kill all the children, right? But they eventually got caught, so they did some state ritual in which they would possess the animatronics. So they would go around just killing people randomly. So the police made a deal with them that they would basically sacrifice people to them. So that's what that's how they got Nicolas Cage in. They basically do his ties and say, "Oh, we're gonna make you go here," but actually it's just a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Oh, this film hurt my brain. And then at the end, because one of the policewomen is her mom, because the original girl, she was one of the victims of the sacrifice, but she survived.
Yeah.
And then the policewoman dies. So again, she's in the car with Nicolas Cage and saying nothing to each other the entire film because Nicolas Cage doesn't speak, doesn't do anything. He's literally at one point he has a gun to his head and he says nothing. He does nothing. Just don't. I
Sounds
gave
like
it
you really enjoyed this film.
What did I give it? I'm gonna have to look at what I gave it on IMDb.
Is it a 1?
No, I don't think I gave it a 1.
Is it that much? It's still not that. Still not Bristol enough to give it a 1.
No, I gave it a 2. Because I thought some of the action was alright. There was some good action scenes.
And then the rest
Like
of it
when they
shit.
weren't doing the weird cameras, but like everything else was just terrible. Like, I mean, you can see some effort went into it, but like a lot of things let it down. Like I was literally watching it going, why are you showing no emotion? She literally doesn't care.
Does not give a flying fuck.
They gave Nicolas some words to actually make his character a character instead of just a hollow shell.
Yeah, well, he clearly didn't want to be in the film or do it if all he had to do was just stand around and walk.
Hmm.
Do
There's
numbers.
a really weird thing. This character then is like a cool, silent person, but then he's in the pinball machine and dancing to himself. As if people are getting murdered. I'm like, what is this film?
A crock of shit.
Yes, it was.
And yet
one
you
of the
gave it a
worst.
2, which means it must have some redeeming value.
No, it's going down to a 1.
Fair enough.
It was just shit. Can I give it 0 stars? There we go. It's getting a 1. It's got a 5.7 on IMDb, and I don't think that's
How?
low enough. It's just awful.
Some people like with that 5.7 going, oh, Nicolas Cage, he's just a genius actor.
Oh, but there's this really dumb bit at the start where they want to show like, people dying, but they don't want to actually show the animatronics. So it's like these people are running and they're turning around. There's like nothing there, and they're just being dragged along the floor by absolutely nothing. I was like, what is going on? This film. But then, anyone else got any thoughts?
I think you've pretty much summed up the shite of that film.
I know I gave it 2 because I had a 1 theming feature, only an hour and a half long.
That's still your opinion.
Yeah, so it's gone down to a 1. So I don't know if I would recommend watching it or not. Maybe you might enjoy it more because I told you how bad it is. Like, you should probably watch it just to see what I'm on about and why I am as annoyed at how much I wasted my time watching all the trailers and being like, oh, this could be an interesting film, but no.
Yeah. Crock of shite.
And then the only video movies I've watched, 2 video game movies. One of them I enjoyed, and one of them I really enjoyed. The first one I watched was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Bruh.
I've heard good things about it.
What a surprisingly good film! It's actually good.
It breaks the curse of being a video game film.
Or no, because the next film I'm going to talk about already broke that curse, in my opinion.
Well, I
it
mean,
came out like a year before.
Yeah, but then there's also like all the, the Super Mario Brothers film from the 80s.
They did well for how Sonic originally looked.
In the 80s is incredible.
No, it's not.
Or is it the 90s, isn't it? Actually,
it's probably the 90s.
It's the live action one we're on about.
I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
No, but originally how Sonic looked and how they managed to make it work now, it was just. Look, I would say just watch it for Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey is. I don't like Jim Carrey on the best of days, but he is so good in this film. Like he's the perfect Robotnik.
Bro,
it's so good.
Like Jim Carrey is so good.
He's a bit annoying. I only really like him in the Truman Show. That's about it. I'm one of these people that
within the Truman Show said, "I absolutely hate you," to him.
Wait, who's this?
Like, I'm sure, like one of the other big actors in one of his films, like turned around to him and said, "I hate you."
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He does sort of have that. He does sort of have that vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very good at what he does.
But what he does is piss people off.
Yeah, it's a specific type of comedy, which I think like it's just he pulls like really weird faces, and that's about it. I am just discounting Jim Carrey. He is good, but he's not for me.
The entire Grinch film is just not makeup; it's just Jim Carrey.
But yeah, the Sonic movie was actually.
Natural outfit.
I would say you guys should watch the Sonic film. It is a bit dumb. It is a bit just like your usual what you would expect from a movie like this. But it's a solid 6, Adam Sandler's, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time.
Yeah,
what else? What was good?
It was another
Sonic
game.
and the dog. When Sonic meets a dog, that's just fantastic stuff. The person who shows up at the end, I was just like, yes.
Sequel teasing. Sequel tease.
Jim Carrey's little assistant was amazing.
Yeah.
Because like,
can you just get bullied?
Yeah, because they see like Sonic and that lot escaping in their cars, so they stop their cars and they go, "Oh, we saw them escaping," and like Robotnik goes, "So you stopped your cars?" And he was like, "Yeah." So yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10 Adam Sandler's. This next film I watched, this was the last film I watched. I had a great time. I gave it a 7. And that was this is a movie I highly suggest you watch. Detective Pikachu. Oh, this film is so good.
Second
Like-
can down, by the way.
Huh?
Second can down.
Pog. Joe's an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic. What the fuck are you on about?
Joe, I'm trying to tell you how amazing Detective Pikachu is, and you're here
I already
talking
know
about your
how amazing
alcoholism.
Detective Pikachu is.
Have you seen it?
No, but I've seen reviews of it.
Well, you need to watch it because it's just fantastic.
Fair enough.
Ryan
get
Reynolds
round
is
to it.
Ryan Reynolds is the best choice to play Pikachu. It works so well.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds
also-
is just Ryan Reynolds. He's excellent.
Yeah, it's also the best video game movie out there. It's fantastic. The Pokemon look amazing in the film. Everything looks good in the film. It's just brilliant. Pikachu is nice and fluffy.
Fluffy boy.
It's just amazing. It's
So
just a great film.
he's like Finley's friend.
Bro, don't do that.
I
I'm
really
sorry.
like-
If he's listening, I'm sorry.
The moral of the story is just Pikachu's a big softie.
Moral of the story, Pikachu.
Actually, isn't he someone else though?
Oh, I don't want to do any. I don't want to give any spoilers.
Yeah, well, I already know that one, so
Yeah, well, it's a great twist.
What a
what a
twist.
twist!
Oh, there's no. The thing is what they sort of imply is that the anime is a show in the movie's universe.
Huh?
Because that would make sense that in the universe they would have actual games about Pokemon and the anime. Because at one point, after when the characters like split off from each other, Pikachu is like really sad, so he's just slowly singing the Pokemon theme song to himself. So he's just walking across this bridge, just like sobbing as he's saying, "I want to be the very best." And I think he even does the things to himself. You just sat here and go, do. It's so good.
I've just got the do stuck in my head playing that on the automaton.
I would suggest you guys just go watch that film. I want to watch my next.
Jacob, do you want an automaton?
No, not really. They make me want to die.
I just want to piss around on one for a bit. They look like fun.
No,
Finley, do you want an
annoying
automaton?
instrument.
It's the giant sperm annoying noisemaker.
Yeah, I know what they are. I just don't know if I want one.
So yeah, I gave Detective Pikachu a 7. I would highly recommend people watch it. Best movie, video game thing. English.
Are the best.
What else? Do I have anything to say about it? Yeah, everyone was good in it. It was a very good film. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think this is a good place to end before we get into our usual.
I'm doing a boat rant.
No, you're not.
Here I am. Boat
I
rant.
don't think you are.
You still haven't done
Joe-
the plugs, Jacob.
Yeah,
Joe, do the plugs now,
let me do
quickly.
the boat plan. Bruh. Boat rant will
Right,
be
that's goodbye.
quick.
Goodbye.
No, boat rant is quick, which is that I am praising Venice for telling cruise ships to fuck off because they look hideous, and the fact that you're taking these fucking fridge freezers of boats into a city that you dwarf and is already struggling with water damage and being like, yes, but we're just going to park here so our posh people can look at the poor people drowning as we run over their family fishing boat that they've had for 4 generations. So yeah, good job, Venice. Cruise ships suck. I'm going to buy a battleship and hunt down every cruise ship. This is a threat. This isn't
Okay,
a
well-
joke. The British government, I'm warning you, if I see a cruise ship, I'm gonna shank it.
Finley's statement is
Finley's
not
going to just
endorsed
launch
by-
himself at it with like a homemade shiv.
Finley's views do not
Go
reflect the
cast
views
knife
of
here, I'm
Ramble
gonna
Road
shank the
podcast.
boat.
Sorry.
Finley's reviews are Finley's views.
Reviews. Finley's reviews aren't indicative.
No,
Don't you mean Finley's views? You need
Finley's
to
views
speak,
are that
Jacob.
of
You
his
need to learn to
own.
speak properly.
Well, I try to speak and I just get talked over all the time, and I'm fed up.
Yeah, because it's funny.
Yeah, to be
Not
fair,
funny.
it's funny, Jacob. To be fair, like,
Finley, shut up, you
honestly,
big
it's kind of
softy.
funny.
Yeah, we just need to just keep going.
Yeah, just keep
No,
going.
goodbye.
No,
If
no.
we keep going, then I can keep drinking.
If we keep going, then Jacob can't talk and stop us.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just
But
keep going.
I could just end it.
Yeah, you could,
Yeah,
but then it would be really
Actually
abrupt
do it.
and
It'd be
dumb.
really funny because it would just stop.
Yeah,
Midway
it-
through, just mid sentence.